All right. Saying hello. Anyone in here? Lighting is terrible. It's like usual. I don't think the quality of the video is very good, but anyway, see if anybody's in here. All right. See Walt in the house. Hey, Walt. Just, I'm assuming you can hear me. Can you hear me, Walt? Let me know. Hey, Blair. How's everybody doing? It's a good night for everyone. Good to see a couple of folks. All right, good. Let me know if the volume is too high or too low or whatever. So if when PJ gets here, he'll definitely let me know if the volume is too high or too low. He is my engineer, production engineer. Hey, Vegas 24/7. Good to have you in the house. A live stream that is done on pretty short notice and really not promoted in any way, shape, or form. So, but thought it'd be fun to get on here and talk a little bit about the trip next week. Going to be pretty exciting. Should be a great time, and really looking forward to it. So, I think we're still a few minutes prior to 8, so we'll hold on for a little bit and see who else drops in. So we're on the Bud Zero today, which there we go. Which there's some really pretty good non-alcoholic beers out there, and they taste like Budweiser. It's like 50 calories. There's no actual alcohol in it, so you can drink like a 6-pack of these at work, I guess. I don't know. I haven't tried that yet, but we'll probably break out a couple of shots at some point during the festivities today. But otherwise, we're on the non-alcoholic beer, so definitely check it out. Got to get used to consuming a volume of alcohol as much as anything for next week. So anyhow, hope everyone is doing well. Getting in on Sunday night. So I don't know. Sure, at some point I've probably asked all of you when or if you're in town. I know Blair is going to be in town. We weren't sure about that, but it's really true. Blair is everywhere, and he will be joining us at some point. I want to say on the 4th or 5th, but yes, you may come in. You might be on camera. All right. Someone was knocking at the door. I assume that's my wife. But I think I frightened her away by telling her she might be on camera. So, but anyway, it is now, I guess, still not quite 8 o'clock. 58. That's right. That is right. Frontiers won't get there until the 5th. Should be at Ellis Island. Yeah, well, that's I guess the two big events of this trip are really the third year of Johntember, which is sometime on the 5th. I'm not really sure. The I think we're supposed to be there around 6 or something. If you're participating in that, it's a group pull. There you go. So hey, Ronnie, good to see you, man. I know Ronnie's going to be in town, but I don't know. I think Ronnie's trip ends prior to some of the big events, but hopefully we'll cross paths at some point. Uh, Definitely going to be trying to touch base with some folks on the third and the fourth that will not be able, unfortunately, to stick around through the rest of the week. So, uh, Ronnie, where are you staying? Yeah. So anyway, we might do some kind of a contest tonight if we get enough people in here at some point. But okay, we're just not coming up on 8 o'clock. Um, so yeah, it is. We've been doing a countdown in a chat group that I'm in for now. I think we started at like 100 days. Um, yeah, and we're now. I think this morning it was 4. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, this trip. It's been almost 6 months since my last trip to Vegas. I sound like I'm going to confession if anybody's has any memory of being raised Catholic. But he's going to be downtown at the D. Okay, yeah, I'm actually spending a night at the D. Um, so, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm probably not going to be able to make it downtown on Sunday night. Um, Got kind of have some people that I'm going to meet up with that night at Luxor, and I see one of those people has made their way into our room. I don't think it's any secret that the Kinos will be in town over the weekend, but like Ronnie, they'll be leaving us on Monday because some people have jobs and such things. I wish I didn't, but um, and our buddy PJ doesn't have a job. Well, doesn't have a formal job anymore. I don't know how many of you are friends with him on Facebook or followed his saga, but he is now retired. So there you go. But yeah, so looking forward to spending a little time with several people who are going to be down at Luxor on the 3rd. I have a couple of old work friends. I don't know if they would like it if I called them old, but excuse me, old in the sense that I have known them for some time, who are coming in completely coincidentally. They are both staying at Luxor. And as it turns out, also completely coincidentally, the Kino Kid and his lovely bride will also be at Luxor. So that works out pretty well. Um, Also hoping to connect up with our buddy Lee, um, a fellow Kansan, who I think is also in town till maybe the 4th or 5th. I'm not sure, but anyway, we'll try to make that happen. I see Steph has joined us. Thanks for dropping in for a bit, Steph. I know Steph is not going to be visiting with us in Las Vegas, but she has volunteered to basically serve as a moderator if any of us do any live streams. So there we go. You threatened Lee to show up on Sunday. Yeah, it would be a lot more convenient if Lee just comes down to Luxor. Besides, it may be difficult for me to find my way home. In all honesty, if we spend much time at the play bar, based on past history, in any case. But yeah, so no, it's. But the 3rd should be pretty laid back, and as it turns out, the 4th is actually probably going to be pretty laid back, and that's probably a good thing, due to a few things that came up. The crazy casino crawl that we were planning to do that day has been canceled, and I think perhaps our livers actually broke in and canceled that. I think that our livers were actually planning to cancel our entire trip, but that is not apparently going to to be the case. But I'm sure, despite that fact, there will be plenty of drinks over the course of the days that we're there. But yeah, though I'm sure there'll be a few surprises along the way. And it Tina is asleep. Yeah, that that work thing is it's just no fun at all. So, but yeah, no, I so yeah, the third and the fourth are both going to, I think, be relatively laid back days. Opportunity to connect up with just, some people, and there's going to be a lot of people in town. So like I said, some of them early, some of them late, some of them in the middle. So we'll touch base with those. And I suppose there's something to be said for the fact that there's a little bit of overlap, but there's also people that are going to be there early in the trip, some going to be there late in the trip. So it's really hard, I know, on these sorts of big events to really talk to everybody, to really be able to spend some time with people because you are just kind of overwhelmed by it all. I remember that very distinctly from one of the very first big events, Rocktober. Um, I intend to change my shirt today because I was wearing a red shirt and I did not want to once again appear on YouTube wearing a red shirt. There is the recently retired and tired PJ. So there you go. And yeah, PJ, I believe, is a kept man, at least for the first night of the trip. He's being kept by the slot gypsies. So they're going to be in town as well. So definitely hope to meet up with them. If you ever want to like join some kind of group pull, join one of theirs and make sure Jackie's doing the pulling because she is preternaturally lucky. Perhaps there's some sorcery involved. I don't know, but yeah. So no, should be a good time. So people going to be around on the fourth. Like I said, it's going to be pretty very much just kind of a do what you want day. Um, for those that may not be aware or may have forgotten, um, yeah, that the first couple of nights, the third and the fourth of September, I will be at New York, New York. I was originally considering staying at, say, MGM Grand or Park MGM because those were the two major uh, properties. Hey, hello, Lee. Welcome to the live stream, the amazing Lee 777. Just mentioning the first couple of nights of the trip that I'll be at New York, New York. And then the last three nights, which I don't know. I mean, the first two of them probably not going to spend a lot of time there, but I'll be at the Horseshoe, so it should be fun. The reason I decided to go with New York, New York is because apparently they've renovated some of their rooms. I think they're called Soho rooms now, and I was able to book those rooms as a comp. So I was like, well, and they sound really nice. I upgraded them. They have refrigerators in them now, new TVs, new furnishings, and everything. So it sounded like a pretty cool thing. And so there'll definitely be a room tour of that. Um, so Lee in the house and Penny's in the house. Yeah, was I think that I don't know if any of you have seen or I'm sure some of you have seen the TikTok video that's running around where, and I think it might be kind of a troll, but it's still funny that someone is driving or being driven around Las Vegas and they go by their hotel and they say that, yeah, we're staying at the Horse's Hoe, which of course is, if you split it, is also horseshoe. So there you go. So I'm hoping eventually we can come up with disturbing names for all of the Caesars properties. I've always said years ago I took to calling the Flamingo the Flaming O. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds a little bit dirty and a little bit odd. So yeah, the Flaming O and now the Horse's Hoe. But yeah, so Yeah, so hopefully you get to see Lee some point on Sunday night. We talked about trying to connect up someplace where they have the Fortune Cup. I was a big fan of the Fortune Cup. As some of you remember during my elopement trip, the secret July trip, both my wife and I had some rather exceptional luck playing the Fortune Cup up at the D. Not so much on the March trip when we did it at MGM Grand. That was a bit of a money suck, you might say. But yeah, only the Soho Premier rooms have a fridge, unfortunately. Well, I think that well, I don't know the room that I booked. It seemed like it listed that in the description, so I'll have to check it out. I mean, if not, I'll just have to use some ice, or I'll just have to like go down to the casino and find one of you people to give me a drink. So what's so fancy pants? Well, there you go. There's a new name for Blair, fancy pants. There you go. So yeah, Fortune Cups. Do enjoy the Fortune Cup, though. Yeah, if you're not winning, it can get ugly pretty fast. Um, I know PJ has a unique Fortune Cup betting style, which basically is just bet on every horse. So there you go. Pennsylvania, the executive room, and mainly we have a coffee maker. PJ, you know that the coffee that you could make in the room would not be up to your high Starbucks standards. So stop pretending that you would use it. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I said on the Bud Zero, a quality non-alcoholic beer that we will put together some sort of a. We've got shottable liquor in the freezer, so we'll do that at some point. Yeah, I would say that PJ, if you're curious about any of the rooms that Pennies for Vegas has ever stayed in, I assure you there is a room video in the Pennies for Vegas channel. So you're excused if you want to go watch all of that, and then you can come back to us, or probably not. If they have a Keurig, I can bring Starbucks cups. Yeah. I don't know if it'd be quite the quality. I remember the room I had in the Octavius Tower at Caesars several years ago had the Keurig, and I did buy some Keurig pods, I guess you call them, at like Walgreens or CVS. So it was all right. It was all right. Bet the gray horse. Yeah. Yeah. PJ just likes to win, even if he loses. So that works out pretty well. Start with $20. Yeah. Yeah. My betting strategy, my sane betting strategy is usually to try to bet both the favorites. Although sometimes I'll bet like the two favorites in a quinella or whatever they call it, and then bet long shots because you hope that it's you don't get much of it. You want to at least try to get your money back if you're betting like $5. So a horse that's only 2 to 1, you're still going to lose money on that. So I like to try to bet a combination there in order to try and get that back. Bet these horses 4, 5, 10. I don't know what the state of things are at the D. It'll be interesting on the night of the 6th, the big Johntember event, which we'll talk about here in just a moment, or 10 or 20. And of course, they have the what do you call it? The Sigma Derby there. So I'm hoping maybe that we can kind of take over the Sigma Derby. So bring your quarters or from home, and maybe we can kind of take over the Sigma Derby table at some point. We'll just have like I don't know, Walt and PJ scowl at people until they leave. Hey, Duder, welcome to the fabulous live stream. We only allow a certain number of Canadians to be in the live stream, so please make sure that you haven't exceeded the Canadian limit. which I believe is posted in the notes below. But no, so yeah, like I said, the third and fourth, not a whole lot going on officially. There are a few people that I've agreed to meet up with along the way, or I'm trying to meet up with along the way. But there's no big events, I guess you would say, anymore. And I'm kind of thankful that there is no casino crawl, because I mean that would have been like 6 hours of my life, and I probably wouldn't have remembered at least three of them. Uh, dude, you don't have to bow out. You don't have to bow out. But there may be more Canadians in here at some point if they remember. What is this little scratch on? There we go. So it looks like I picked my nose, but I mean, I could do that too. But I've done just about everything else on camera over the years. So yeah, but yeah, we're just chilling here at the house. Actually, just I guess some not really that big of news, but just re-signed our lease, so we will be remaining here in beautiful Lincoln, Nebraska, for another year or so at least. Generally, we've liked it here. The weather's all over the place, ridiculously cold, ridiculously hot. We've had a lot of rain, but yeah, we like it here. All right, and it's pretty close to mom, so we will continue to live here in fabulous Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the biggest women's volleyball game ever. So maybe going on right now. And you check out ESPN tonight, I'm sure that they'll probably cover it, because I mean they've got like 90,000 people in the football stadium watching volleyball. So volleyball is very big here in Nebraska for some reason. I guess because they're good at it. The football team has not been too good lately. With a quarter of the rent. Yeah, my wife used to live in San Diego, Steph, and so I've heard the rent horror stories. That's been a few years ago, but I'm flying out of Kansas City, JR. No, I wish I was, because I've heard very good things about the new terminal there. In fact, I think it won some kind of award. But of course, the last time I flew out of Kansas City, it was still the old terminal setup. We were flying out of Omaha. And I will say one thing about flying out of Omaha, and it may not be true this time because I'm flying out on a Sunday night. I don't know. There was like literally nobody in line anywhere. That time I was traveling with my wife. We got there. There was nobody waiting to check in. We walked right up. We just went through security at our leisure. It was so easy. Now, I don't know if it's going to be that easy this time, but it was awesome. But yeah, it's about an hour away from where we are, just as the Kansas City airport was about an hour away from Lawrence when we flew out of there. So yeah, so that's the plans there. Said get into New York, get settled in. Then I'm gonna head down to Luxor for the better part of the evening. If we can get Lee to come out there, I don't have to bust around too much. And then again on Monday, Labor Day, we're gonna relax. I think maybe I should go to the pool. Although if there's a worse pool to go to on the Strip than New York, I don't know what it is. But yeah. I got to go take care of everyone. Now looking forward to the first of the bit. Oh, okay, Blair. Thank you for dropping in. Blair, of course, as everyone knows, is a famous pilot. He fought in the great Canadian-U.S. wars of the 80s, as many of you may remember, and was known as the Red Baron, I believe. But anyway, he will come to Luxor, no problem. Yeah, well, we'll see how the evening goes, but definitely have to do that. Of course, I'll be I won't be jet lagged, but I may not last as long as I would hope. We need to take Walt to that Japanese place for the Kobe Old Fashioned. All right, well, you can take Walt to the Japanese place for the Kobe Old Fashioned. I don't know. I'm not really sure what you can walk inside and get drinks at the little convenience store. Oh, really? Yeah, I remember that little convenience store. The first time I stayed at New York, I think when I first checked in, this first thing I did was go to the little convenience store. And but I wonder if they still have the you buy like two beers and you get a shot deal, which isn't really much of a deal, but yeah. Um, Yeah. Well, hey, you get two beers and a shot. So, yeah, there you go. That was for Blair, John, not you. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Uh, Lucky if I can follow anything. We know you two need to take them. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, right. Yes. All right. Well, sounds good. Sounds like we got some kind of a meetup going on Sunday night down at Luxor. So, hey, if you're in the neighborhood, come by, say hello. We may remember to have seen you, but that's kind of what's up. Monday, like I said, not much. And then the 5th is when things really start to go crazy. And in honor of that craziness, I think it's time for a shot. So everybody that would like to have a drink with me, now is the time to get your drink together. And I will go retrieve my liquor from the freezer, and we'll call this a little intermission. And we're going to have a little contest coming up here after we talk about the last couple of days in Vegas. And you could win a great prize. I don't know what that is yet, but you could win some kind of a prize. So we'll be right back. About 30 more minutes. If you need something special, just check it in on me. All right, kids. All right. We are back, sort of. Shot glass in tow. And we have got a fully fresh, unopened bit of Fireball. You know, the Fireball story is the first time I ever had Fireball. I didn't like it at all. I think it was Rocktober when I stayed at that suite. PJ was in that suite. I think he may have lived from that suite when we all kind of hung out there that night. And I ended up with like I think maybe I did that 2 beers and a shot thing. And I got a little bottle of Fireball. I did not like it. Did not like it. But now I'm, yeah. All right. So anyhow, cheers to, I guess this is Vegas 52 and Johntember 1. There may not be a second. All right. All right. So anyway, we're back. Let me try to catch up on the chat. All right. There's the Central Bar Flexor. Yeah. I think I think it was it the last I did like a little short where I talked about the different bars at Aria, and I kind of like that idea as a as kind of a short video. So might do that. I think the bars at Luxor are extremely underrated. They have the Central Bar, yeah. I've been there a couple of times. Definitely have hung out there. Good spot. I think it's the Aurora Bar. Is that the one that's right close to registration? They have a pretty good happy hour. I know whether it's 3 to 5, 4 to 5, 6, 3 to 6, something like that. So you can definitely hit that up. And of course, I'm a big fan of Play Bar, which is the bar right across from the sports book. Always one of my favorite spots. And then there's another bar that I think it might be open 24. No, it's not open 20. I think it is open 24/7. There's another bar too, kind of towards the back. I don't really love that one, but I do like the bars at Luxor. Definitely better than the ones at Excalibur. Really not much at Excalibur other than the lobby bar. Although I think they're doing another bar there. Not really sure. Mandalay Bay is all right too. The sort of main, I guess, lobby bar is pretty good. And then they had that rhythm riffs or something bar. That's decent. So yeah, um, I don't know. I don't like Center Bar at New York very much because it always seems like it fills up. But yeah, so but no, that's definitely going to be a thing. I really am going to try on this trip to basically do a lot of little snippets in the uh, clips in the sort of 40 to 55-second range that fit into the sort of YouTube short category. And, maybe I just do a brief pan over, a bar or a particular attraction and then make some, you know, voiceover commentary on it and that'll make some actual shorts because people really seem to be enjoying the YouTube shorts. It's really the big category growth. Yeah. So yeah, that's I guess tips and snippets. What was I was thinking of something like quick tips or something, like quick trips or so I don't know. I've had some different name ideas for it, but that'll be coming up. We're gonna wrap up this whole crazy Wednesday show review of every place you can stay on the planet pretty soon. But yeah, then things get a little bit intense on the 5th. Be moving over to the Horse's Hoe. I'm curious. I don't know what tower I'm in. It would be really cool to be in what is it, the tower that's going to remain part of the horseshoe, not the old Jubilee Tower, but whatever they're calling the other tower, because that potentially would have a MSG sphere view. And I'm thinking pretty soon that some of these hotels are going to start charging extra for those rooms because that is pretty cool. I am looking forward to seeing that. So it'd be great to get a room there at the Horseshoe with a view of that. And so be there the last 3 nights. Maybe have to check out some of the new restaurants there. Maybe have to do the Guy Fieri restaurant because that yeah, I had never eaten at the main Guy Fieri's place until I guess last fall with Lee and Penny's. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So I'd have to check out the spot there at Horseshoe. Um, I always like staying there. Sometimes I enjoy playing there, but I probably won't be playing there a whole lot because there's a lot going on the 5th and 6th. Um, the first of which I believe are good friends Tom and Mindy. Even if you don't know Tom and Mindy, and I think all of you do, Guy Ferrari. That's right, Pennies. Guy Ferrari. I misspoke. Can we call him Guy Ferrari? Pretend he's French. I like it. Guy Ferrari. That could work. I'm going to try to push that one on this trip. If we might have to go to Guy Ferraris. But yeah, but yeah, I think Tom and Mindy, if you don't know, also Vegas YouTube channel. They actually appeared on one of my shows once. I did like an interview with them. Really nice folks, even though they're from Oklahoma. They can't help it. And they're going to be hosting a little, like, I don't know, Martini Monday, I guess. I guess it is. It's Monday. It's actually Tuesday. Whatever. Up at the Fuel Bar there in front of the Horseshoe, which I know Walt remembers our evening at the Fuel Bar, probably better than I do. I had a lot of Moscow mules that night and enjoyed it very much. Had a great time with Walt and Tina. I think if you go to the Frontiersman's Adventures YouTube channel and you sign up for their Patreon, which I mean, they do some great stuff there. So definitely do it. I think you can still watch the live stream of that insanity that night. That's where we discovered that there was a shoe dispenser. Unfortunately, I didn't remember there was a shoe dispenser when I lost my shoe sometime later. But so yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe Fuel Bar probably has some specials or something. But I think that's around Pennies. Is that around 1 o'clock? I think they were promoting that a little bit. I guess I could look it up on the Facebook events. and see. Um, but yeah, I think it was like around 1. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then probably yeah, 1 p.m. Okay, yeah, 1 p.m. That's Vegas time because at that point you're all supposed to be in Vegas if you're going to be. Although the interesting thing is, we're kind of, I think, I wished he was here. Well, we always wish he was here because he is one of our great friends, one of the great friends of the channel. But I think did find out just last week for sure that Ace of Vegas is going to be in town for a couple of nights. He'll be in on the 4th and leaving on the 6th, so he will not be able to come to Johntember. I think he'll be able to come to Marktember. So which is that night, and it's there. I think there's a if you're group pull, if you've signed up for it, cool. Yeah, there's a limited amount of space inside of Ellis Island. So I believe the Pennies for Vegas event pretty much invite only, but I'm guessing a lot of you have received an invite. And that should be a lot of fun. We've had a great time doing that there at the front yard at Ellis Island. Definitely, that would be the place to watch the Formula One race if you win the lottery and you can afford to go there. But coming after the keynote lead, yeah, Ace is very wise that way. He's a very wise man, and he's skipping Johntember, which is probably also a good plan. So show up on the 4th, chill out. I think he, God, where did he say he was staying? I don't know. I can look it up. I've had 1 shot tonight. That's my entire alcohol consumption, and I still can't keep up with anything. That doesn't bode well for next week. So yeah, but that should be a good time. It's always fun. They have some pretty good food there. I always enjoy the beer flights because there are a number of good beers that they have right there. And as with, I think probably Mark and I have talked about this a few times. Excuse me. Let's see here. Aria. Oh, he's an Aria or area. Sorry. Our area. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, Ace is going to be at area. So that'll be pretty convenient. Good location. I mean, you can't beat area as a location for this entire week because it's going to be right in the center of everything, close to where pretty much everybody's staying, except I guess for the folks at Mandalay or Luxor. But yeah, we don't count those people. Yeah, we do. So yeah, but so yeah, it'd be great to see him. There was a sequence of like probably I think 4 trips in a row, and it was during a kind of difficult time that Ace just showed up every single trip. In some cases, surprising me. So, and we might get keynote. I might get keynote. I know it's a possibility that there are a lot more people that know about Johntember and know about the fact that I'm going to be there. It's going to be my 60th birthday. I'm not necessarily thrilled about that, but it's better than the alternative. And so we may see some surprises. I'm very fortunate, in addition to all of you great Vegas people, many of whom are here today, who will be joining us. But one of my very best friends from college, I guess probably my best friend from college, my friend Kevin, who appeared on the live stream that we did, I guess on Easter Sunday, actually, with Ace and Kevin from Vegas Visual and Mobestro. He's going to be there from the 3rd to the 8th. And then I have a really good friend that I worked with for a number of years. I was in his wedding now over 10 years ago, I guess. He and his wife are going to be there from the 3rd to the 7th. That'll be cool. And so, like I said, there's possibility a few other people have talked to me about maybe showing up. So it'll be interesting. And like I said, it's really almost overwhelming to have so many people making an effort to be there because of your birthday. Good night, Walt. It is getting late. getting late for an old man like Walt. Uh, you know, once you're in your 60s, you're an old man, which I guess gives me about a week. Yeah, it's a week from tonight. And that, I guess, brings us to another shot because when I think about the birthday gathering, I'm going to need one. All right. So, as most of you know, cheers. Um, I eventually decided to just go ahead and do essentially an open house for the birthday celebration to sort of get around some of the logistics, to just allow people to come and go as they will, and to make it a less sort of confined, less sort of structured environment. Because there's nothing structured about me. But yeah, so on the 6th, the first and maybe last Johntember, we'll see, my 60th birthday, and we'll be celebrating at the D. Now, I actually booked a room at the D that night because once I get downtown, I don't really want to try to make my way back. And I like put myself on like a waiting list or something. It may end up being a suite, which is going to cost me a little bit more money if it happens, but that would be pretty cool. And basically going to hang once I get down there. I'm going to try to get down into the casino by 8:30, which is when the event officially starts. And definitely try to hang out there at the D for an hour and a half, hour or two, and see who shows and who stays. And from there, we'll just kind of play it by ear, but maybe wander around downtown a little bit, get some snacks here and there. But it should be a good time. Don't. I mean, I shouldn't have to tell anybody this. Don't get me any gifts. I don't want any gifts. If you want to do something, buy me a drink. Although I feel like maybe there are going to be too many people buying me drinks, but regardless, it should be fun. Um, there you go. So I thought we would do a little. Oh yeah. So that's the 6th. The 7th is pretty wide open. It is the start of the NFL season, actually. There's a game that night. I can't remember what the game is either. So if anybody knows, I don't know. But I've been talking to some of the other horsemen. And I will say, I want to give credit to PJ, Ryan, and Mark for creating this, I guess, Four Horsemen Part 2 event. After the debacle of a couple of years ago, I wasn't sure if it was ever going to happen again, but we've been talking about this for 4 months, probably at least. So I wait to celebrate. Hey, all right, Duder, thank you. Yeah, definitely. Come on by. It'll be fun. And even if my company and that of others bore you, you're on Fremont Street. There has been video of me created over time dancing on Fremont Street. So we'll see if we can recreate that this time. But yeah, I think PJ got us some t-shirts or something for this one. So be interesting to see that. But yeah, no, it was great trying to get the gang back together again. And I'm sure after a day or two, we'll start to irritate each other. But the good thing about it is there's going to be so many other folks around town. And, I always say if you're planning a big event in Vegas with a lot of people, give people a lot of options, give them a lot of free time, and don't expect everybody to be everywhere all the time. Don't expect everybody to be like worshiping you like you're, some sort of a statue in front of Caesar's palace or something. And I just really looking forward to connecting with all of you. So you guys want to do a contest? You want to do a contest? I mean, we got like 11 people in the chat, which is not enormous, but I wasn't expecting a lot of people. So I was thinking maybe we do the, what do you call it? The traditional $20 Amazon gift card, and we'll do a little quiz. So if you're up for that, let me know. If you win the $20 Amazon gift card and you feel guilty about it, you can just buy me $20 worth of drinks and we'll be even, right? I think that's one drink at the. I think that's one soda at the Win bar, but we'll see. But if you'd like to do that, is this a big event, dude? There are no big events. The only big events that ever take place in Vegas are weddings. Let's be honest. Um, so the Keno wedding was the only big event we've seen. There was my wedding, but none of you were invited because, well, yeah. Um, so anyway, excuse me. All right, but I have before we finish, before we go to our little contest here, um, I do have a little secret. But any of you in the channel, you have to keep it secret. You didn't know this already. Don't tell anybody. Okay? Yeah, PJ did not come to the Keno wedding. Very disappointing, but a lot of you did. He would have been passed out in Walt's room just like the rest of us. But yeah, but no. I realized, about a week or so ago that I was not going to enjoy this trip the way I needed to, unless my wife joined me. And so Caitlin will be on this trip. And I don't know how keen she's going to. She doesn't want to be in your vlog, so she's not big on like a lot of like big group activities, but hopefully a number of you will get to meet her who haven't. I know Walt did get to meet her. She was the first person to meet the first person that I knew that she got to meet after we were married, but we didn't tell Walt. So we were keeping it secret at that point. But so it'll be fun to meet up with. Yeah, exactly. More Caitlin, less JR. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling her she needs a YouTube channel because she's lovely and young and vibrant instead of old and decrepit and boring. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, she will be joining me for the entire trip. But well, again, I don't know if she's going to be at all these events. But hopefully a lot of you get to meet her. If you haven't, she has met the Kenos, and yet she still wants to go back to Vegas. So there you go. All right. Okay, so we got 11 people in the chat. I am going to ask a series of questions about my trips to Las Vegas. If you watched my show, I think maybe now almost a month ago, where I talked about all of the sort of statistical details of my trips to Vegas. And yeah, I guess if you want to, you could like pull it up on your other computer and watch it right now if you want to cheat. But would that be right? No, would not be right. All right, one more shot. Well, that you can see. By the way, if you want to buy me a drink next week, just buy me a beer. I like beer. Budweiser is fine. I like IPAs. I like just about any beer. Buy me a beer. I like the Fireball. It's very seductive, very scary, to be honest with you, because this whole bottle could go tonight, but then I probably won't wake up for work tomorrow. 2 more work days, excuse me, before the vacation starts. Yeah, exactly. If we get Liz to come. It wouldn't be ironic if somehow Caitlin became Mark's bestie. Nah, that won't happen. Maybe, you never know. Yeah, that would be great. I haven't seen Liz in a while, and I miss her. She's one of my favorites, obviously. But so we're gonna do that, and okay, one more, at least one more shot. Who knows? Maybe 2. Try to get out of here by 9. So, all right. So here we go. This is going to be my 52nd trip to Las Vegas. I will have 3 more chances at the lottery. I can send for Liz with my winnings. This is why I love Mark. That's there you go. That is awesome. Considering until she heard the Kinos were there. Now we know that's not really true, but it's funny, and it's more important to be funny than accurate. So there we go. Oh my God. Some of those nights at Stage Door are, well, the maybe I should like list the three most disturbing places in Las Vegas to drink. Certainly, Stage Door is number one. Given the fact that, man, I'm going to literally be across the street for 3 nights, uh, staying in the same hotel as Mark. It seems like I'm probably going to end up going over there, but scary place, scary place, but fun, definitely fun. Um, and then the crazy nights at the, I guess it was a couple of nights, afternoons at the Play Bar. Keno knows what I'm talking about. And then, God, if anybody remembers the old back bar by the poker room at the Orleans, man, I've had some like afternoons turn into evenings there. Um, those bartenders take care of you, man. Yeah, it's like you get in there at 1 o'clock and then it's 3 o'clock, and then before you know it, it's 3 a.m. So scary place. But yeah. Okay. So here we go. The sun's going to go. We are going to wait until one person gets 3 answers correct. If you get 3 answers correct in the trivia quiz, the first person that shows up on my fabulous MacBook Pro is going to be the winner, even if somebody else actually got in faster. So that's it. That's how it's going to work. So what I need to know, I've been to Las Vegas 51 times, according to the video that I shared a few weeks ago. How many days or nights, I should say, how many nights have I spent in Las Vegas? All right, so grab your thinking caps. If you really have no idea, you could probably go to the video and you could probably get it fairly early in that video. You know what it is. Lee is a lot closer than PJ, which is normal. 551. Wow. Is that like a Van Halen? Yeah, grand total, Steph. Grand total. Over now, I guess, 27 years. I was thinking, just keep guessing until you get it. I will say the closest person is so far is Keno Kid. But wow, yeah, the crazy. It is higher than 220. Lower than 327. Robert Garcia, congratulations. You have got 1 point in tonight's contest. I didn't even know Robert Garcia was with us tonight. Sorry. Needed to grab a pen because Robert got it right. Good job, Rob. He's like everywhere Blair. I think he cheated, but that's okay. I respect cheaters. So, all right, Robert Garcia needs 2 more answers to win. I can do this a couple of different ways now. Either you send me a link, I'll send you a Amazon gift card for $20, 25 Canadian, if it works out that way. If you're an iPhone user, if you're on the Apple multiverse, I could just send you $20 worth of Apple Cash as well. So you just let me know. Those are basically the 2 options. That is less than a year, Duder. But how many days during the last 27 years have I spent thinking about Vegas? No, that's not really a question. All right. So Of all of the hotel casinos in Las Vegas, I have spent the most nights at the Orleans. Tell me how many nights that is for a point. Wow, our number of visitors has actually increased as people realize there were prizes. Um, Lee is too high, and Robert is too low. PJ is the closest so far. If Robert was cheating, he has not cheated well. Higher, PJ, higher than PJ's number. Let's see. Oh! Hey, we have a winner. Although I'm not sure it should be allowed, but we're going to allow it anyway because I'm saying we're allowing it. PJ is our winner. He is the first person to list 36, and the answer is in fact 36 nights. Wait a minute. Did he answer 36? What's going on here? I thought we saw 36. 38, 37, 36. All right. Well, we're giving it to PJ. I don't actually see that he actually posted 36, but he was the closest, and he's going to post 36 now. Jordan 2345, welcome to the chat. Going tomorrow, Tuscany, then Circa, then back to Tuscany. I would like to stay at Tuscany sometime. I'm always tempted to. PJ also has 1 point. Okay, well, there you go. I thought he did. All right, thank you, Steph. Steph is a very, very helpful member of our community. If you've not subscribed to Vegas to Cali, you should. She has a lot of Vegas-related videos and is a delightful person. Definitely, you'll enjoy her content. So click on that and definitely go there. All right. I thought I saw 36, but then it disappeared. All right. This one's easy because I just gave it away. What year was my first trip to Las Vegas? That's all you need, the year. Nothing else. I should have been in Vegas in 1992. You know, I realized the first year that I was in Vegas would have been the first year that pennies could have gambled in Las Vegas. If you know his age, you could guess from that. All right. Little gas there. 1965. My parents actually went to Vegas. Rest in peace, Dad. A number of, I think they went like about 5 or 6 times over the years. But yeah, I know they had a great time. We were there once about a month apart. And at the time I was like, oh man, I don't want to go to Vegas with my folks, but I wish we'd been there at the same time. I think, and the curious thing is we both stayed at the Plaza. So, was meeting L&D on your wedding week. $1995. You're getting very close, duder. Very, very close. Come on, people. There's free money. So just keep guessing. There's still 11 of you who have been here for like an hour. So just keep guessing. It is later than 1995, by the way. The first year that I visited Las Vegas. You guys are great. You could try the PJ approach and just keep guessing years until you get it right. 2001. I went in 2001, actually, but it was before 9/11. Um, but I did go in 2002. Curious thing is, in both 2002 and 2003, I went with some people and we drove to Las Vegas. So 94 was your first year. Yeah. Okay. You guys are like really, really close, but you're not there yet. Okay. I'm about to disqualify PJ. Hey, Jordan, that's awesome, dude. Saved by the Bell wedding in Las Vegas. That was my wife's favorite show as a kid. And I watched that show, but I can't remember if I actually saw it. Remember that episode? Oh, we could disqualify PJ anytime we want. You could put him in timeout if you want. Somebody has been literally 1 year off several times. It's ridiculous. People, come on. I have revealed this information dozens of times. It's sad. Duder with the win, 1996, April the 12th. Although, honestly, it was probably almost April 13th, but it is 1996. I'm going to go ahead and verify with Steph that Duder was the first one that I saw with 1996. No. Well, I can't really blame you for not paying attention to JR's videos. But we are going to work on that. I'm going to do some new content. I got all this fancy like video editing stuff. So yeah. Yes, indeed. You guys were like dancing around this shit. If it's Duder, I'll just buy him one drink at the bar at Aria. That ought to take care. One drink at the little lobby bar at Badara. I think that's where Duder's staying. All right. So let's see what hotel. Current name was the first hotel I stayed at in Las Vegas. Ari would do it. Ari rocks. We love Aria. Yeah, no, Aria. Aria. I mean, I think all other things being equal, I would totally. And I think Kina would agree with me on this. I would totally go back to Badara. We really loved Badara. It's a great place. I love how you people are guessing hotels that didn't exist in 1996. So it's beautiful. You guys are beautiful. Do love Cromwell. Barbary Coast. Stayed there once. Really liked it. Still like it. Great place. It was on the Strip. So there you go. That's all I'm saying. It was on the Strip. You swore it was TI. Bite your tongue. Ace of Vegas is going to come to your house and spank you, which, is often considered to be a feature, not a bug. No, you're not really close. It's very close to Barbary Coast. That's the hint, people. Anyway, thank you for coming out tonight. Appreciate you. I'm going to try to do a better job over the next, well, once we get back from Vegas, definitely going to be trying to. No, Duder, but you're getting warm. Doesn't have to be current name. Yeah, you can choose the current name. It had a slightly different name, slightly, when I stayed there. Come on, Steph, you can do this. Showboat. Showboat was on Boulder Highway. Said it was on the Strip. Montecito. That's correct, Jordan. Give Jordan 3 points, and he or she will win the prize. Montecito. Nobody knows where the Montecito was. It moved up and down the Strip. No, definitely not. Westgate. Well, I did stay at Las Vegas Hilton once. Hacienda. I never made. One of the things I regret most is never having made it out to like places like Hacienda, Vacation Village, some of those places. Purple Door. Congratulations, Steph. You have got a point. Steph may be winning big. It was the Flamingo Hilton. Yeah. I don't know what to do with you people. All right, so we have 4 contestants with 1. At this pace, we're going to be here till midnight, which is going to disappoint my wife. All right. Desert Inn. I did make it to Desert Inn once. All right. Okay. This is a tough one, but it really isn't too hard because there aren't that many options. On my 48 trips to Las Vegas, what month of the year has been a part of those trips the most times? So, if I was there in May and June, they both get credit. If I was there in September, October, they both get credit. What property or what month have I stayed in Las Vegas the most times? Big money. Big money. I wish September, but September is incorrect. March is also a very good guess, but incorrect. Yep, September has already been disqualified. April was a very good guess. February, not as much. October, not a great guess. You guys are running out of options here. So some of you are going to get this one soon. I was actually surprised it had been this many times, if that means anything to y'all. May is a good choice, but it's wrong. August is a terrible choice. Sorry, Robert. November, also a terrible choice. I have literally never been there during the month of November. I'm going to have to fix that. February, no. You are dancing around this one, but you haven't got it yet. Like I said, I was surprised this was the case, but it is. All right, Duder has 2 points. It was January. I have been in Las Vegas 9 different times during the month of January. Duder is just 1 away from winning a big $20 Amazon or Apple gift card. And there you go. Congratulations, Duder. You were getting very close. Just before I was here, we were watching some old Nickelodeon broadcasts on Paramount Plus, watching some of these like cute kid game shows. So it's kind of the same thing, except you guys are even more of a game show. We have 15 people in the chat. That's the most people we've had in there. So yeah, Duder wins Malort. Keno, just give me a little snifter of Malort, and I'll take it to him on. Well, Duder will still he'll be there on Sunday night, so he can join us. But yeah, if not, I will take it to him. The thing about Malort is if you've had it, you really don't remember having it. There you go. All right. Okay, this one is kind of interesting. This is an currently existing property, hotel, motel, whatever you want to call it, in Las Vegas. I have stayed at 48 different properties, but the shortest stay ever, which I count as actually 0 nights because I left at like 11 o'clock. What's the name of that property? Name that property. Hooters. Although I don't know, I got an email today about getting like free wings from Hooters. So maybe we'll have to go over there on the 4th or the 7th or something and check that out. Well, Silver Sevens is a no. I almost stayed there a couple of times. I don't know if it was Silver Sevens then or if it was still Terribles, but I almost did. Fremont. Here is a hint. It is somewhere downtown. Somewhere downtown. And PJ missed that hint because he said Orleans. There's a wink, wink here somewhere for somebody, but I don't know. The Bridger Inn, yeah. Somebody needs to ding, 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 ding. Keno Kid has entered the contest. I wanted to like give Steph a hint because she's actually stayed there since they redid it, but the answer is the Downtowner. Very good. Very good, BJ. Nice job. We're up to 16 people in the chat after 1 hour and 12 minutes of nonsense. So, yeah. Okay, everybody needs to watch out. I kind of wanted to give Steph a little hint, but if I just told Steph that she had stayed there a time or two, she probably would have got it. So it was a little sketchier when I stayed there, as you can imagine, Steph. But there you go. So, all right. So here's the score right now. We got Robert Garcia with 1. Robert's been following our channel and watching our lives for a long time, several years. Glad to have you in the chat tonight. PJ has 1. Steph, Vegas to Cali has 1. And Keno Kid has 1. But it's time to hashtag stop Duder. If he gets 1 more, he's going to win this thing. And I don't know. Does anybody want that? Maybe. I do want someone to stay at the Bridger Inn and record a video. We'll see what happens. Let's see. What are we going to pick as our next? I think Penny's is taking one of his naps. I think he and Sahari are napping. Yeah. All right. Boom, bada bing. Crazy. Throw it to you. All right, Duder. See what we got. Okay. The Orleans is the off-strip property I've stayed at the most times, 16. The downtown property I've stayed at the most times is the Fremont, believe it or not, 12. What? And there are 2 answers here that would be correct. Although I would prefer the second one. What strip property nights stayed? What strip property have I stayed at the most nights? There are 2 correct answers here, so you can choose. And there we go. We got it right there. PJ is correct. The Luxor is one of the two properties I would have accepted. I stayed 10 nights at the Luxor. I have stayed 10 nights at the Old Sahara. So, I mean, technically the Sahara is probably the better choice because I've also stayed at SLS and also at the New Sahara. But Luxor is the correct answer. That is 10. And so both PJ, there you go. Vegas to Cali, got it close. Honestly, well, yeah. The Old Sahara was the answer. But yeah, good job. So we know that they are brothers under the cheats or something. But right now, PJ and Duder are neck and neck to win the big prize. But Robert Garcia's staff, Keno Kid, are still in this. If they get one more right, they have a chance. Let's see. Oh, I have a message. All right. So anyway, just a what do you call it? Just a little update from Facebook. By the way, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook and you want to do something for my birthday, I once again this year have posted a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, Memphis. They have taken care of and helped a lot of kids over the years, and it is a particular charity that is near and dear to my heart. And so, if you want to contribute something, help out with that, definitely do that. So there you go. The mega Facebook group yet. I don't know what the mega Facebook group is. I just wanted to, let's check it out here real quick before we go on. We're almost done with this thing because I'm guessing Duder or PJ are going to win this fast. That's how they roll. Your groups. All right. So yeah, Vegas tips and tricks. 312,800 members. Most of those people don't watch my videos. They probably don't watch your videos, honestly. But I think we've helped a lot of people in that group. And there are more people in that group than live in the county that I live in now. And just really humbled by the fact that there's so many folks that have, I think a lot of people have gotten a lot of good information. And I'm really proud of that. And so there you go. Let's see what we got here. Did you pin it in the Mega Facebook group yet? Pin it while you're in Vegas. Yeah, I might have to. I think we might have to pin like a live stream in Vegas, maybe, to the Facebook group. You don't know what I'm talking about. There you go. 312,753. Say that. No, absolutely not. Great evening. Vegas Visual Theater. I think I know this guy. We'll see if this guy shows up next week, but it's hard to say. But regardless, I've had some of the best like 10, 15, 20, 30-minute conversations with anybody, anywhere about Vegas with Vegas Visual. Great guy. Kevin's a good guy. Also a San Diego guy. Gotta love it. Okay. All right. We have a couple of people that are close to winning $20. So let's see. What are we going to do? All right. All right. There are 7 hotels in Las Vegas. I've only stayed at once. You need to name the hotel in Las Vegas I've only stayed at once most recently. PJ and Duder could win it right here. Or somebody else could bring it up. That's what they do. Really, really close. All right. Hey, hold the phones. Hold the phones. All right. Hold the phones. I'm going to call it. Steph, is that okay? You're going to go with Excalibur from EXAL. And if Steph agrees that it's okay, that is correct. The last hotel in Las Vegas I stayed at one night, and Pennies will remember this because we did a live stream from that room. It was at Excalibur, and I am about to say that I think that Duder got it right. Exal, I think I know what he's going for there. So we'll throw it over the judge, but we don't get any objections. It is going to be all right. Duder is our winner. Congratulations, Water, Wilds, and Weeds. Just send me a link to your email account. We will send you $25 in Amazon gift cards. And it's a great thing. You've ever gotten them? I think a lot of you have probably won that before. Hey, you can get some stuff going on there. And again, if you just feel guilty about taking money away from an old man, you can feel free to buy me more than $20 worth of drinks when you see me in Las Vegas. But congratulations to... All right, well, V Squared, I think you have to file that protest in person. So you're going to have to show up next week. Duder will take $20 worth of anything, to be honest. But congratulations, Duder. You are a winner on tonight's contest. We used to do these live streams about once a month. Not as much anymore, but do I? Well, we'll send it again, Duder. I'm not really sure. I think I sent you. I think you've won before. Yeah, get him $10 worth of $20 worth of banquet beer. Isn't that like 72 cans? I think, at least in Canada. I don't know, but no. Anyway, so there you go. Again, just to summarize, get into town about, I think, probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock on the 3rd. As you've seen, number of you going to definitely hang out with you on the 3rd. 4th going to be pretty laid back, but probably will run into a few of you here and there. The 5th, we've got the big cocktail event with Tom and Mindy at Horseshoe at Fuel Bar, and then going to go to Johntember for the 3rd year in a row. And then the 6th, heading downtown, going to spend a lot of time there and at the D in particular. So if you're going to be around, definitely check us out. The 2nd floor of the D should be a lot of fun. And then who knows what's going to happen on the 7th. I probably just need to recover from all of this. But appreciate all of you who have spent, and some of you have honestly spent an hour and a half watching this nonsense. But yeah, it is 1 p.m. PJ. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so no. So yeah, wife and I are heading to Vegas Sunday night. Very, very excited about it. I'm not sure the next time I'm going to get back. We'll see, but definitely looking forward to those 5 nights. And everybody I've seen in this chat tonight are people that I've enjoyed meeting. Many of you will be there this next week. But if you can't be there, I certainly understand. I mean, there are times that I have not been able to be in Vegas when I wanted to be. In any case, thank you for joining us tonight. If you have any questions about what's going on next week, hit me up. on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. I think everybody has me on one of those two accounts, and I will let you know. Duder, like I said, give me your goddamn freaking email address again, because I don't remember what it is. And yeah, I'm sure because Caitlin can't wait to meet you, Duder. But until then, thank you for joining us. Love you all. Have a great week, a great weekend, and hopefully, in many cases, I'll see y'all in Vegas. Good night.